You know, get some quality cement. See how good that cement is? Ouch! Anyway, I don't like pointing the camera at myself. A lot of people don't. Anyway, this works real well. And it only takes a few seconds. Even if it's really bad, it'll take not even 90 seconds. After you see it cleans up in the middle, because the middle will be dished, go a little bit more. If you stop too soon, the dish will still be there. That's it. Okay. Okay, and I don't know if you can see this. But anyway, right after doing that, I'll tell you right now, you're not going to believe how flat it is. I was astonished. I did the roughing half the other night. This is a carbide stone, by the way. But I did the roughing half, and I'm telling you, I didn't even put 90 seconds into it. And when I went over to the surface plate and checked it using various methods, I couldn't believe how flat it was. I was stunned. But anyway, after you do that, then use the sandpaper method on a surface plate or something, and then finish it up. Anyway, I film here at the desk pretty often if I get inspired to do a video because of the lighting. You know, it's not practical to take stuff out onto the patio. You know, I have a couple lights looming over right now. So anyway, let me explain what this is. I'm a machinist, retired machinist, tool maker, mold maker, and so this is a surface plate. It's a granite surface plate. Specifically, it is an extremely flat surface. That's what they are. Okay, so I have so many of them that I brought this one home. And so when you see me talking about the flat stones, I check them on here. Now, I think I'll put this video first and then put the 1 second where I flatten the stone on the sidewalk. The question is, where did I set that stone? Here it is. Okay, so when you hear me talking about stuff, the reference for what is flat and how do I lap the stones, the reference, of course, is the surface plate. Okay, so here's the one that I just did on the sidewalk. Okay, this side I did last night, the roughing side. I was so astonished by how flat it was that I thought, to hell with this crap about grinding stones. Now, precision ground flat stones I've done for years, for decades. So I've known a long time about setting up on a surface grinder, which most people don't have, and a diamond wheel, and dusting off the stone to make it perfectly flat. That's no new thing. I've done that for years. A lot of people have. And so that's what I did with this one. It's a very good stone. This has little crosshatch things that I put on it, 4 thousandths deep. Can you see them? So anyway, this is extremely flat. I mean, there's no doubt about it. So you go like this, do your various tests, whatever, to see how flat it is. Okay, this is my ruby stone, and it's also flat. So also I got this diamond stone or diamond lap. 400 on one side, 1,000 on the other. And so I also use this to flatten things more. Okay, so anyway, the point is, this I just did on the sidewalk. This surface here, see the lighter surface? I just did this. I was so pleased with this. I've known about rubbing stones on sidewalks and cement. I've done it, as a matter of fact. I've taken grinding grit from the surface grinder and put that down like a slurry, and then you do this on the floor of the shop. That's a known trick. So I've done that for 30 years. But I've never just went out to the sidewalk. Like, this was very dished. Very dished. Especially this roughing side was dished in like 1/8 of an inch. And I rubbed that thing on the sidewalk just dry, just as a test to see how long it would take, and it was done in 90 seconds. And so, okay, what do I do to get them even flatter? Okay, for instance, okay, this is the one that I just did on the sidewalk, so let's do that. So here's one of the things that I do. Oh, the sandpaper. Let me stop and get the sandpaper. Okay, so there's the sandpaper. And it's obvious what you do, and this is shown on the internet. Everybody does that. And so I did that on the sidewalk, that surface there. The other half, when I came in last night, I did come in and do the sandpaper. You go like this, to get it flatter. Now see where it's hitting? See where it's hitting? So true, this is flat from the sidewalk, within reason. So when you come in and you go like this, and this is shown, the one guy, Perfection, he shows this, and he also mentions about using the sidewalk. He says, just go out to the sidewalk, rub it on the sidewalk. So that's not my thing. So anyway, you see how it's coming along? See where it's hitting? Okay, so I'll do the sandpaper, but even before I do that, I'm going to go over to the running water and use my diamond, the 400 grit of the diamond stone, to go like this under the water. Now I know it hurts to see this, but remember, these are only $10. Okay, I know it hurts to see this, so I'll go like that under the water and I'll rough it out. See how it's hitting there even better? And then I'll come over, then I'll do the sandpaper, and I'll keep checking and comparing. Like this one here, I'll also do this. I'll do some of this, I'll look at the marks, but then here's something else I do. If it's hitting on once you get down to very flat, you'll barely be able to see that it's hitting shiny spots. Like you can go like this on the surface plate. You go like this, and see how it's hitting there? And then also, these will be shiny. Okay, and so then I come in. Now, believe it or not, I do this. I actually do this. Okay, now you know about scraping like a ways of a machine and scraping a surface plate to get it flat. You can do that with your stone using these cheap diamond laps. There's Easy Lap. That's what this is, Easy Lap. And then there's these cheap ones. They kind of fall apart, but I use these to rough out. And so when you see the high spots, now this is severely bad because I haven't gone over and done the diamond stone on it yet. But then I'll come over, go like this, and it doesn't take much, and then I'll rough it out, just like scraping. Okay, and then you hold it up to the light. The thing is, I can't do that. Here, you hold it up to the light, you'll be able to see the shiny spots, and then you do the same concept as scraping. Okay, you go in, you hit that one, and then you hit that one, and then when I get down to really close, I'll switch to this one and go like this and hit those shiny spots, rub it again, hit the shiny spots, rub it again, and I mean, you get that thing so flat, you're not going to believe it. Okay, so that's it. Okay, now I went over there to the sink with that big diamond stone you saw, and I roughed this out a little bit. Like about 60 seconds. Okay, you just put it under there and go like that and scrub it under the running water. Okay, so let's see if it made any difference. So at this point I'm still roughing it out, and notice that this stone is wet. This stone is still very wet, and they stay wet for 2 or 3 hours. Okay, you see what I mean? It's very good. To tell you the truth, I'm not sure if I'll mess it up with the sandpaper, to be honest. You see what I mean? You can tell. See, it's not hitting any high spots. It is. It still is, but very, very microscopically. Okay, so let's do this. Now this is what this is for. Now I know this also hurts, but this stone is like a master flat stone for keeping your other stone flat. You're supposed to have 2 of them. Okay, so let's do this. In other words, I'm getting a feel for how close I am. Okay, I'll tell you right now, it's really looking good, but I'll show you. And also I don't want to stone my surface plate to death, so you use common sense. Okay, now I look at it, and now it's hitting over such a large area, I really have to start shining it to the light. You see that it's hitting here. Now this is very slight. Can you see that? Yeah, you see that shine? Okay, so at this point, I could go back. As a matter of fact, I will go back. I'll rough it out a little bit more with the diamond, the big diamond stone, and I'll put the emphasis on this half and this half. And then when I come back, these high areas like that, this is how I do it, just like what you're seeing. I know it seems bizarre, but it does work. And you keep doing it, and it gets so flat, it's astonishing. And you want to hit your edges, you chamfer your edges. This common sense. And so when I finish up the edges, I'll round them pretty good, maybe a 10,000th radius, if not more. But these diamond things, you'd be surprised what punishment they take. Okay, now where's the sandpaper? Okay, and now on the edges, when I finish up, now I'm still roughing. Okay, but the edges I'll go like this. I'll do a really good job on the edges. Okay, now let's see what the sandpaper shows. Now at this point, the flatness is actually beyond the sandpaper. But you average it out. You do the sandpaper, you do the diamond laps, you do this, you do that, and it averages out where it keeps getting flatter and flatter and flatter. The concept being just like when they scrape something really super precision. Okay, let's see where we're hitting. See, the flatness is, I'm past the sandpaper. I'm beyond the sandpaper. Okay, so let's do this. So now I'm getting to the point where I'll go like this. I'll cautiously use most of the surface plate so that I don't dish it, just like the sharpening stone, and then I'll start looking. Okay, now I'll tell you right now, it's very flat. It's very flat, but now here is where I get obsessed, and I'll put like an hour into it for the hell of it. Because see, I can see. You see right there? You see right in here? See right there? And so I'll go like this. Well, now that you've done that, well, now it's going to hit here. So you knock that one and this one. Well, now you've done that. Now it's going to hit here. And so by doing that, you're doing the same principle as scraping. So that's what I'll do. Now this next part, you know, I'll put some chime into it. Because it's fun. It's fun to do. But this is very flat. In other words, when I came in from the sidewalk, this was 99% flat. Right there. Let alone if you do the diamond and do the sandpaper. And then with the super advanced, if you really want to be a nutcase, then you scrape it. You scrape the high spots. You'll see them. You'll see them. As a matter of fact, I'll do one more. When this dries out and I get some shiny spots, I'll show you. I want to show this real quick. When you're out on the concrete, you want to go longer. Don't just go till you just barely think it's cleaned up, because there will be low spots. Now that's the case with this side, the roughing side. You see here? That's kind of untouched. That's still rough from me sharpening with the knife. And so when I smoothed this off, I did it not even 90 seconds, and it was still, there's still a, I am talking not even a 2 3/10 dip in here where the original one was. So go further. In other words, when you're going on the concrete and you go, okay, it looks good. No, go more. Go about 20 seconds more. Scrub it on there, move it around and scrub it like 20 seconds, 30 seconds past where you think you've cleaned up. Otherwise, you'll have, see this? See right there? That's what that is. That's what that is. Okay, but the rest of this is very flat. But this, see this here, that's why you go longer. Go longer on the cement. And obviously pick out quality cement. The surface plate, if you don't have one, you're probably wondering like how much they are. Well, this is just, I don't know, by 10, by 12, whatever, but they're very cheap. This, I got 3 of them because they were like $40 each, with an indicator stand and with an indicator that come with it. Okay, but MSC bought out Inco, and so the prices have come back up. But this surface plate, this or bigger, you can pick them up dirt cheap. Yeah, they're not no $200 item, not at all. And then what you do is you drill right through them with the mason drill. These drill like butter. Yes, this is not hard stuff, the granite. You drill right through it. You go from the backside, so you drill it with a counter bore, and then you mount a post on it for your indicator. But that has nothing to do with knife sharpening. Okay, now let me show you the back. Okay, see, those are counterbored just using those mason drills. It cuts right in. They drill right in. Okay. Okay, so that's it for this. I came back out to rough out the corners using the sidewalk. And when you do that, you'll see how quickly the sidewalk will take apart your stone. I mean fast. Okay, you see what I mean? You see what I mean? I overdid it. I overdid it. This is this is a $5 stone, but this is a carbide stone. But anyway, you see how quick that concrete works? I am not kidding you. Okay, now I'll go in and I'll clean it up with diamond file, make it look good. But it's flat.